Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is G. Cole, and welcome to Homegrown, where I get to share with you some good music while talking to some great people. Hello world, hope you're feeling as good as I am. I want to big up all my homegrown listeners out there and welcome all the new listeners. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so we can keep you updated when new material is available. We will be posting new episodes bi-weekly. Want to thank everyone who has been listening and sharing. Please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please check out the website homegrownwithgcole.com to listen and for all things homegrown. The podcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast, we are there. We're also very interactive. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MyGCole. The video of this interview is also available on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Another legendary vibe, y'all. Another legendary vibe. Today's guest, legend, Mr. Wayne Armond of the legendary band Chalice. This is episode 108, and it comes to you courtesy of Rhythms of Africa, music from around the world.
Embrace Music Foundation and the City of Miramar Mayor Wayne Messam present Rhythms of Africa, the pulsating spectacular, showcasing a kaleidoscope of Afro-Caribbean rhythms with special guest appearances by Marcia Griffiths and Gramps Morgan. Under the direction of former Third World drummer and Grammy-nominated ambassador Willie Stewart, with patronage from Jamaica Council General Oliver Mayer. Rhythms of Africa, Saturday, April 30th at the Miramar Regional Park Amphitheater. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kali. I'm hanging out with your boy G. Cole on the Homegrown Show.
The microphones are open. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wayne Armond is in the building. I don't want to tire him. I ain't gonna wait for y'all to tell me. I'm gonna just put the camera over. You know what I mean? Sir, welcome. No, let me get people in there under 5'8". So we gotta make some adjustments.
No problem.
You know, first of all, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here with you, man.
Pleasure is mine. This CD I already can tell, shall be embedded in my car, in my CD player.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes a CD player it's broken and it's stuck with a thing.
Right.
I'm not mad. Can't be mad at this one. This is the latest works right here. Wayne Armond picks on Alton Ellis.
Right.
I love it. When did this come out?
Well, it came out last week, actually.
Brand spanking new.
Yeah. It's actually my COVID project.
Cool, no?
When we got locked down. And
right.
I've loved the works of Alton Ellis. Mm-hmm. His music is so melodious. Mm-hmm. It lends itself to instrumental, you know.
Wow, that's so true.
So I just chose 12 songs. Mm-hmm. Some of them are doing my own style, but most of them I keep true to Alton's arrangement.
Right.
But I'm rather proud of how it turned out.
That one is, the word I'd use is warm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially when you hear the production that comes out nowadays. Hey, Sonia, the stuff that, and no knocking, no indictment. Everybody does their thing, their quality assurance, and their bars are measured differently. But I was talking to Mr. Leroy Sibley's the other day. Legendary stuff. Passing through, we're talking about the lack of real production, real music. And I'm hearing this, and it sounds... Talk to me about the production on this.
It's all me.
Hold on.
When I say that, I mean, I just sat down at my little home studio.
Yeah.
And made the tracks. Mm-hmm. And when I was finished with the tracks, I realized that it was just me, and it was too much of me. Mm-hmm, so I sent it around to some friends.
Right.
So I have people like Barbie, J Farm.
J Vibe.
J Vibe.
That's my guy.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Dean Fraser.
Oh man.
Herbie Harris.
Yeah.
Chris McDonald play some keys and take some solos.
Right.
And it worked. It's really, I don't know. To me, it just worked.
I like how you drop those names and just casually say, that guy, that guy. Right? You know what I mean? That's like me coming up here and saying, I went to play ball. It was me and Michael Jordan and, me and LeBron.
Same band.
So no wonder it sounds the way it sounds.
Yeah.
And again, right off the bat, just randomly picked one. And that right there feels good. Here's how it feels to me. It feels like the artist is about to step on stage and start singing on it. You know, sometimes I hear some stuff on it.
Right.
You could tell that, especially on instrumental pieces, a lot of time, I don't want to say musicians get carried away, but as far as they try to create a lead vocal out of the instruments, right? Instead of making the music breathe. Yeah. This to me sound like, man, I could actually play this and go up on stage and sing to this record. Yeah. I love it. But it's legendary stuff we're talking about. Like I said, I'm back to the whole casual. This guy, this friend of mine, that friend. I love it. So this is your COVID project.
Yeah.
When it comes to the creatives, I always wonder, during times like those, is it hard to stay inspired, or is it just, it's lockdown, it's time when you're with your wits and your own sensibilities? And how is creativity during times like COVID?
Well, for me, I actually got a lot of work done during that time. I had a song that I had written the year before when I was still in Jamaica, just to try and inspire people that I knew that were going through some rough patches at the time. And I wrote this song called It's Alright. And then my family have a group chat.
Right.
And a couple of my family members were having a little rough passage. And I just put that tune unmixed and mastered on the group chat and said, I hope this give you some vibes.
Right.
And them said, release it.
Wow.
So I got it mixed, put it out, and did a video for it. And it's been getting on some love all over the world.
So you weren't intending on releasing it?
No, I wasn't really. But that's my problem.
Right.
G. Cole. I have music stacked up.
It's not released.
Unreleased.
You're talking about this tune right here, though, right? We could get into it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the one.
That's the one.
It's the one. It's called It's Alright. Mr. Wayne Armond. Chalice.
It's alright. It's okay. Just hang on a little bit longer, 'cause tomorrow is another day. It's alright. It's okay. Just stand firm in the face of adversity and watch them fade away.
I forget I'm a lighter, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah! Inspirational vibes, y'all.
Life of a wave will carry you down when the money in the bank gets shorter, and the bills are coming and you're caught in between the devil and the deep blue water. I know say that when you come on my yard and the people them a look them sober. So you do what you can, 'cause a man is just a man, and you don't make the people them sober. And you pray to the Father when this tribulation I go in. But remember Jonah in the belly of the whale and Daniel in the lion's den. It's alright. It's okay. Just hang on a little bit longer, 'cause tomorrow is another day. It's alright. It's okay. Just stand firm in the face of adversity and watch them fade away.
It's a big one, ladies and gentlemen. It's called It's Alright. Dropping all this info because I need y'all to go get the music, man.
Test your faith, so you got to have enough endurance. One day at a time, just keep on trying, 'cause time carry no insurance. No matter how the situation hard, things can only get better. Just have some faith, everything will go great, 'cause nothing ever lasts forever. And you pray to the Father when this tribulation I go in. But remember Jonah in the belly of the whale and Daniel in the lion's den. It's alright. It's okay.
You already know it, not you, Bobby.
Just hang on a little bit longer, 'cause tomorrow is another day. It's alright. It's okay. Just stand firm in the face of adversity and watch them fade away.
Love it. Love it.
You know, if I follow you, I will leave this place thinking I'm more special than I am.
No, son. But. I'll say this. Over the years, and it's nature, life, evolution. People lose their sound sometimes. And it's not intentional, but with time, with age, you want to sound as close to what you sounded back then,
Right.
but nature just didn't allow it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? But
have
you don't sound no different to me.
No, it's different. Believe me.
Say different to you?
The range I used to sing in back
Yeah.
then. Even some Chalice songs, when we're doing them live, I have to say, bam, down a tone, brethren.
one step lower, one step lower. The smoothness of the vocals, to me, is still there. And what I always wonder about with artists like yourself, who you have that background in an entity, you know what I mean? A Chalice, which is a known entity and an immense catalog. But you have your own music as just Wayne.
Right.
How do you sonically, when you're putting stuff together, is there a difference? Is there a difference in the Chalice sound versus the Wayne Armond sound? Or pretty much just y'all weren't in the studio that day, so it's a Wayne Armond sound?
No, it's not like that. Well, you see, here's the technology is good and bad, right? Because in the early days, you know, we all get in the studio and we all fight. And this one said, no, the drum must go this way, and this one said, no, it's better that way, and we fight it out, and we come up with a product, right? But not in this age of technology now. If I want to make a song, I have control over it.
Right.
You know, I might call keyboard player Ala, say, listen to this keyboard, what do you think? I said, no, change it. If I'm working remotely from him, he might say, no, send it and he'll do it, or double shuffle instead of instead of creep. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so we get the vibe that way to do any Chalice project, we don't know. But like there are songs that, like there's another one vocally that I just released. And it's a challenge. A friend of mine sit down one day and we're talking about country and western, and he asked me if I like country and western. Well, I don't mind country and western, you know, I think, because a lot of them close to reggae.
Very.
The thing that I can't take with country and western, and maybe they find the same thing with reggae, is the diction. Come wings on and my dog, and my shotgun in the back of my truck.
Yeah. The Alabama sound.
I mean,
yeah, you're right. They probably feel the same way when they listen to us.
Yeah, when they listen to us going, you know, the way I say, blah, blah, that must say, oh, man. I love the music, but...
Right. The diction is a little out there.
Right. So I can understand.
It's...
Anyway, my friend was saying one of his favorite tunes was a track called Tennessee Whiskey. And I never heard it, so I went and listened to it. And it was actually one of them songs in a 6/8 timing, like it was. Very slow and very... But the amount of views I see, the artists who did it, man, like millions and millions. And I said, well, this tune is interesting. And it dared me to do it in reggae. He said, bet you can do that in reggae. Well,
your virgin said that to you?
Yes. So bet you can do a reggae version. Well, don't bet me, because if you bet me,
it's going to happen.
I'm going to knock myself out. And so I did it and gave him. And he's running with it, you know. Tennessee Whiskey in a reggae style.
That's one of the country songs, especially the recent. I like country, because growing up in Jamaica, we force-fed the Kenny Rogers and everything there.
Of course.
But the modern-day country, which is almost pop,
right,
is a little strange for me to get into, because it's the twang and the diction is still there, but the instrumentation is almost pop nowadays. And, you know, country back in the days, like a two-card, and them nowadays, them gone all over. So it ain't really country. It's like city country right now. So a little different. But the song you're talking about, that version, is one that I really, really have dug in recent times. And I got to get into yours, of course, Tennessee Whiskey. Teresa, what up? Don't bet the aunt is here.
Used to spend my nights in the bar room. Liquor was the only love I've known, till you came and you rescued me from the bottle. Me back from being
more time. Don't bet you shall lose. I hope it was a real nice wager on this one.
And I just want to big up my daughter who sing backgrounds on it for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like pulling teeth to get her to sing, but I'm happy she did it.
Wow. Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Liquor was the only love I've known, till you came and you rescued me from the bottle, and you brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. That's why I'm stoned on your love all the time.
What up, Lawrence? How you doing? Teresa, how's it going?
I used to look for love in all the wrong places, and I found out the sweet, sweet juice of the bottle was always around. Yes, it was. And when you poured your little heart out, I didn't waste it.
Oh, go on, Cheryl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you.
There ain't nothing like your love to keep me high. 'Cause baby, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
Jano.
You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm
Wait, so Barry, you feeling this one, not you?
as a glass of brandy.
Makes you want to pour something. Sip on a little something.
On your love all the time.
I hope there was a wager on this one.
Well, unfortunately, just a friendly bet.
I was hoping to hear, man, he lost a Ferrari on this one. Something, you know?
Man.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, for the folks out there watching, and they're loving Wayne Harmon's sound, majority of the folks also love the Chalice. Because here's the thing, Chalice to me is more than music. Chalice is culture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 80s baby. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Grew up in Jamaica in the 80s, listening to the radio and seen a lot of the live shows too.
Right.
I spent a lot of time at the hotel because my mom worked at a hotel, and we saw a lot of the great acts pass through, whether the hotel gigs or a lot of shows affiliated with the hotels.
Right.
I seen the Fab Fives of the world. I saw the somebody say no requests. I'm about to joke box up my thing here. No requests. I joke, man. I got you. Tell Mom Dukes it's on its way. Same thing. I'm talking about people. I hit the request line already. You know.
Yeah.
Mom, we got you. All right. But yeah, I recall seeing Chalice live. In Ocho Rios.
Right.
And the connection with the folks is something. It's culture. It's almost part of the culture. It's not just an artist, not just a band up on stage. It's like people are. When Chalice comes to town, it's like people are waiting for this band to come to town, and it's almost like it's a part of. Y'all need to have a Chalice day, and if you have a Chalice street, and if you have a Chalice, it's just one of them things. You know what I mean? When it comes to Chalice in Jamaica, talk to me a little bit about the origins. I love looking in the rearview mirror. How did the band Chalice actually get started?
All right. Let's put it this way. I used to be a 9-to-5 as a graphic artist, right? Working with the Gleaner Company. But I also had a little band at the time called Time, Time, which started as a 4-man singing group. Bob Andy produced an album with that group, but it didn't see the light of day.
So it's just a vocal group.
Yes, but
Right.
then it became a band. When it became a band, Robbie Peart decided he wanted to manage the band. And he took over management of the band. And the band really did well. The band did well. For all of the musicians in the band were working 9 to 5 and doing this as a hobby.
Right.
And we actually did a show one night that was held over for 3 nights in New Kingston. Barris Hammond was our opening act.
Wow.
Barris a good friend.
Right.
And Barris was the opening act. And that was the greatest show we did in terms of appeal and attendance.
Right.
It was also the last. Because I said to the guys,
As time.
I said to them, let's do this professionally. Let's just quit the 9 to 5 and do this.
Right.
And I was the only one who decided I would do that.
Right.
And so I said, I'm not prepared to go any further if we're not going into it full time. And I quit.
Quit the Gleaner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, after that, no, Byron Lee offered me a job, and this gave me. No, I didn't quit. I quit. I didn't quit the Gleaner. I went back. I quit time and went.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right. And then Byron Lee offered me a job, and I jumped at it because I could now be a professional musician.
Right.
So after 2.5 years with Byron Lee, I remember this vividly. Robbie Peart and I could not take tea. We could not.
Right.
We're always clashing. Never. Because Robbie was this kind of forceful kind of guy, and I was this guy who would resist force.
Right.
Anyway, one day we had just come back from Trinidad Carnival and was in Dynamic Studio recording the album with Byron, and the guard called from the guard station at the gate and said, somebody is here to see you. Rain was pouring, and I said, I can't come right now because I'm in the middle of a session. I forgot about it, and about 2 hours later I said, whoa. And I called the guard and said, the guy gone, right? He said, no, he's here standing in the rain.
Wow.
I said, really? So I run up to the gate. When the guy turned around, it was Robbie Peart.
Right.
But it was a different Robbie Peart.
Than the one you knew.
G. Cole. The one I knew was this big, bumptious guy.
Right.
And here was this slim guy, very humble looking.
Right.
I said, Robbie, what you doing here? He said, God sent me to you.
What?
That was his words.
Wow.
And I said, what? I said, form a band. I said, you and I can't work in the same band, Robbie. Impossible. He said, no, give it a try.
Yeah.
So I decided, out of curiosity, him said, I'm having a rehearsal. And I went to his house, and he had a small studio, but 2 ladies playing keyboard, 1 guy playing bass. Big Bird was the drummer. And what impressed me about Robbie, which is totally different from Byron's band, is that Robbie was a good songwriter.
Right.
And that's what I always loved, the originality. Always.
Right.
So when I went in now as the most experienced musician there, we realized that band couldn't do the work.
Right.
So we started now to look for musicians who I had previous contact with, and previous experience with, and who I love, and I feel so. So there was Trevor Roper, rest in peace. The bass player who was playing bass in that original setup there, the first rehearsal, he turned out to be Mikey Wallace, who was an excellent keyboard player, but himself loved bass, but I put him on keyboard. Excellent.
Right.
And then I remember listening to Keith Francis play bass at the Bohemia Club in Kingston with a band called Titans. And Keith reminded me of Jackie Jackson and steady, no frills. You know,
solid.
Steady and solid.
Yeah.
And we had Bird. And then when Keith came in and we started to rehearse original songs, Keith said to me, boy, Wayne, I love this.
Right.
But the drummer dropping too much time.
Right.
And I said to him, well, I don't really know anybody right now who I would call and say, let me bring somebody.
Right.
And he brought in the legendary Desi Jones.
Cool, man. Cool.
And when Desi came to rehearsal, I think Bird realized that he had to give up. We still remain very close friends up to today.
Right.
And he's an excellent musician. He no longer drop time.
Right.
But that was the origin of Chalice. But we were all in different bands.
Right.
And we decided to leave whatever bands we were. And on a specific date, we launched Chalice. And that specific date was April 1st, 1980, All Fool's Day.
Right.
And we left Kingston and we rented a house in Gibraltar in the hills of St. Mary.
Wow.
And we were up there for months, and we just eat, sleep, play, music, writing, rehearsing 3 times a day.
Wow.
It was to me my utopia then. And I was living the life.
Right.
You know? And we learned what we learned from living together all those months. How to get on with each other.
Right.
You don't like this, I won't do that.
Right.
I don't like this, you don't do that.
Right.
You don't eat that,
Right.
don't bring it to me.
Right.
I don't eat that, don't bring it to me. You
Right.
understand?
Right.
Excuse me. But mind if I take a sip?
That's you.
So yeah, man. So that was the origin.
Wow.
And we realized we had to hit it hard out of the box.
Right.
We didn't have time to fool around because Robbie and I were like 28 years old.
Right.
The guys coming up was 16 and 17.
Right.
You dig me?
Yeah. I got you.
So the very first release we ever had was a song called No Call Me Old Nigga. And the very first international artist we ever worked with was the great Eddie Kendricks.
Wow.
We opened for Eddie Kendricks.
Wow.
And when we reached the final song, which was our first release, Old Nigga, we all were dressed in rags. We had on rags. And Robbie was a real showman. He had these glasses with the eyes popping out. And, you know, Robbie was one of the rare artists or performer who could look an audience in the eye. That's a gift.
Right.
Not many. Bob Marley didn't have it.
No. Zoned out in your own nigga.
Shy, very shy.
Yeah.
Robbie could stare down an audience.
Right.
And
I still give it to him.
You know, communicate that way.
Yeah.
Take command.
Yeah.
Bunny Ruggs had that.
Yeah, true.
Without a doubt.
True.
But I, even though when I assumed the lead singing role, I don't have it. That's why I did dark glasses.
But I know what you mean, though.
You know
I
what
know
I mean?
exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in rags, and at the end of it, Desi and Keith just smoke go up, Bobby Bass come and doing the lighting for us. I mean, we all the guys that start out with us as crew, all went really good in the business.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, one of our roadies, Brigger, he is now Sean Paul right-hand man.
Oh, wow.
Bobby Bascom is so good as a lighting engineer.
Yeah.
He has agents that send him out to work with Metallica and, you know.
Wow.
He's now doing work for Shaggy. But I mean, the smoke, and boom, when the smoke cleared, there's Chalice. Don't call me old nigga, and we present it in rags, and then we shed the rags, and we're in 3-piece suit.
Wow.
And so we use those kind of...
Drive the message home.
I don't really want to say gimmicks, but that's what it is.
It's showmanship.
Yeah, showmanship, right?
Yeah.
And we started to gain our audience. And we used to go to Tough Gang, Bob's studio. And we used to come in on weekends from the country and go to the studio up Hope Road and record. And we recorded the very first album there. Unfortunately, only one song from that album saw the light of day.
Which one?
I Still Love You, which was a ballad that I wrote out of personal experience. But it stayed in Jamaica on the Jamaican charts for 14 weeks at #1.
Wow.
You can imagine a single in Jamaica in the first year or the first 6 months selling 80,000 copies of a record.
Wow. And this was back in the day.
You can't.
We're talking about selling vinyl.
Selling vinyl.
Wow.
You cannot. Just to quote you something that I heard in January. Legend Bob Marley album sold as an album 37,000 copies in 2021.
Right.
In the top 10 reggae artists, the other 9 sold 1,700.
Right.
The other 9 combined.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where we're at right now.
So when you as a single in those days selling 80,000 in 6 months.
Right. And when you talk about that, the thing that why I must say, as you speak on that, for the masses listening in, to really think about what you're saying, today in 2022, if I release a song, it's available to the world
Right.
in seconds.
Right.
We're talking about times where if you want the vinyl's got to make its way to you.
Yeah.
So if you live in Hawaii, somehow, some way,
Yeah.
the vinyl's got to get there.
Yeah.
If you live in Africa, it's the same thing. And you sold 80,000 copies.
80,000 copies
Jano.
of the single.
Jano.
Second single, Good to Be There.
Right.
Joe Gibbs production.
Right.
We'll never know how much it sold because Joe Gibbs. Well, he ran into difficulty. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. That's
right.
our story. We're sticking to it.
Yeah, he ran into some difficulty.
But somebody just posted here, and I'm sure it's coming from Mom, because she had tried to play, she said, I'm still waiting on our video for I Still Love You.
Oh, my gosh.
She ain't playing.
The reason you never see a video about With I Still Love You is because I cannot do it without ball. So you don't want to see me cry.
Yeah, so this is not. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me. I'm gonna get them a little piece of it. This is for moms, Julian. They'll know it ain't for you. This bigger than your thing. Chalice, I Still Love You. Classic works.
Woke up this morning and found you gone, taking all my dreams, leaving all the wrong. Say, baby, why did you go away? Feeling lonely like a child. Wish that I could have you round me all the while. Say, baby, still love you anyway. Time changes everything, the best the world can bring, but I still love you. One life, a million tears, and yet through all the years I still love you.
Lodge of Richie Blackford. Lawrence, you know the thing, go. Julian, I believe you. I believe you. Somebody left her, Back in the day, it sounded like somebody broke her heart in high school.
Yeah?
Yeah. She says her song, she wants it.
But the love I have inside me lingers on. Say, baby, why did you go away? Making time on till the end. Making love or even making like a friend. Say, baby, still love you anyway. Time changes everything. Oh, the best the world can bring, but I still love. And yet, through all the years, I still.
I'll say this: you can't. There's a certain sound. There's a certain sound that you guys have where you can't miss a Chalice tune. Let me say, somebody probably left Julian back in high school and break up with the holy childhood girl. Or somebody from my KC, not you. Or somebody from my KC, you do it, man. That's her song. Aren't you waiting on the video? Your instrument of choice is guitar, right?
Yeah.
How did that relationship with the guitar come about?
All right. Let me tell you. My first instrument that attracted me was the trumpet.
Right.
No, as a trumpet player, you might understand.
Right.
I was like 12 years old and listening to albums that my folks had.
Right.
And there was an album by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
Wow.
You ever heard it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taste of Honey, and every tune on it was like 2 trumpets in harmony, and oh man, the sound.
Yeah.
So one Christmas come around, I said to my dad that buy me a trumpet for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But when you check out the price of the trumpets,
Which was never cheap.
it's never cheap, right? You know.
Yep.
They figured to themselves, well, look, I'm not going to buy this boy, I know, expensive trumpet.
Right.
I mean, my parents were rich, but we were a middle-class family. you
Right.
know. So him say, I'm not going to buy me, them that kind of money.
Right.
And I threw down this thing in 2 weeks when I realized, okay, I'm
Which is normally what happens.
So they bought me a melodica. So with the melodica now as my first musical instrument, I used to pick out on the keyboard and blow like a trumpet and pick out the little melodies from the theme songs of TV shows I used to watch.
Right.
So that's my first venture of learning by ear.
Right.
Okay. And you won't believe this now. At about 14 years old, I went to the Regal Theatre and saw a movie with a British pop star called Cliff Richard.
Wow.
Cliff Richard was the British Elvis Presley,
Right.
you could put it that way.
Right.
But he had a backing band called The Shadows, a 4-man instrumental group. And when they featured in that movie,
Yeah.
and I heard the sound of that Stratocaster,
It was over.
it was done. So my dad used to work down at Slipe Road, and I went to St. George's. So I would walk to Crossroads with my friends and then walk down to his office.
Right.
Some days, usually if I don't take the bus home. But passing, I think it, if I'm not mistaken, it was the first KG shop in Jamaica. It was down Slipe Road. And I saw this acoustic guitar hanging up on a wire in there. And I went in to investigate. How much for it? £6, 10 shilling.
Remember like yesterday.
Yeah. Where am I going to get this £6, 10 shilling? Well, I used to get 2 shilling a day for lunch money.
Right.
Which was enough money.
Right.
Because it could have buy me a patty and cocoa bread, a drinks, or a peanut,
Right.
or a sky juice, it depends. And a tech bus. So I decided, you see that 2 shilling? That now spend.
Right. See if.
Save. Every day I walk around instead of tech bus and cut down the lunch
Wow.
till I was able to buy the guitar.
So you bought it with your own money.
Own money.
Wow. Wow.
And when I took that thing home, and I'm wrap it in brown paper. And when I took that thing home, I unwrap it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue how to play this instrument.
But it's pretty.
I mean, I couldn't, I just didn't know.
Right.
Anyway, I was fortunate because when I was at school, you had 4 guys there that I knew played guitar. One was Pluto Shervinton,
Wow.
one was Jeffrey Chung, the other was Mikey Chung, and
Chung Brothers.
and
Yeah.
a guy called Lloyd Samuels of blessed memory.
Yeah.
And what I used to do is go to them and ask them how to tune the guitar first, and then write down a chord for me, show me how your finger, what
Right.
finger go on a chord.
Right.
And I started to get around that way and make some kind of a headway
Right.
with the
Right.
guitar. And then, after a while now, another friend of mine from St. George's always talk about playing drums, said we should form a band. And I said, okay, let's form a band.
What grade you in by now?
I was, well, in grade, I was in third form
Third
at St.
form.
George's.
Right,
So-
right.
So around 14.
Right.
And we eventually, at about age 15, started this group we called Hells Angels with 2 youths from Excelsior and myself and my brethren from St. George's.
Right.
And at Lantier, the first gig we get was at the YMCA. We know one song.
Which song?
I tuned him, I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Oh, okay, I know that song.
By the Rolling Stone. Well, Well, G Code, we played original style, rock, we played reggae, we played soca, we played funk, and we get the hell off the stage.
One tune, 5 mixes.
5 minutes.
But the people love it though, right?
They were all youths like us, so, you know.
Okay.
It was okay.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I remember the first night we ever get booed off the stage.
Right.
Was up at Huey. We were playing a gig up at Huey. And we start with, you should play the great Leroy Sibbles.
Mm-hmm.
We start with, baby, be true.
Right.
And I give and the crowd ran, everybody had dance.
Yeah.
And we switch over to ping, ting, ticky, ting, ting, ting. Stick it up, mister.
Right.
And everybody around.
Yeah.
And we're going to make mistake now and play a Neil Diamond song, I'm a Believer. And the crowd, woo! I said, gentlemen, time to cut.
Ain't no our crowd no play.
No, we don't play. And I say, you know, but one thing I realized, that teach me, you know, I said, I'll never get booed off a stage.
Right. You have to read it teaches you to read your audience.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I remember this though, one night, I thought we were close. Chalice was on tour in the US and we were in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And reggae music attract a great white audience, right? And we were in Boston and we were playing, man, and the white people were digging it and thing. And then we just coming through the crowd, you know, about 6 of our people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the man them dressed to the nine with long coat and dark glasses and hat and leather pants. And the man them dressed, you know, but we know it's our people, you know.
Right.
But the man them just pushed through the crowd and come stand up in front of the stage, so, you know, and just look.
Yeah.
Now move a muscle, you know. Nothing we do could have moved the man.
No emotion. Nothing.
No
show.
emotion, no show.
Right.
And I said, whoa. I reached a stage where panic.
Right.
Because I said, if I can't move.
Can't move us.
The other, we don't take care of the majority of the audience. Right? But you believe it, when we're in the dressing room after we finish, 6 man them just come down there and say, Chalice. Nobody no bridge, nobody here. Go and do nothing.
So some Jamaicans.
Yeah. Some yard man.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could have tell at the
From the time. Yeah.
You know how the man they dress. I mean,
Youngster.
gangster business, man.
Yeah.
Business. And you don't know what under the lamp coat. You know what? But all I know is that man they must come down and just say, Chalice.
Yeah.
We no bad now, what's it not? And you know what do what's it now.
Yeah.
We go and do nothing, yeah?
And step up. Just like they stepped in.
Just and step up. Just like I said, all right. So we get
we good.
Seal of approval.
From the thugs.
Yeah.
I love it. It always, whenever I get the opportunity to talk to, you know, folks like yourself, you know, you're my introduction, personal introduction to a lot of what was going on. And as far as the other stuff, you know, I see, I study, I've heard, but you being there, the climate at that time when you were dropping songs like Revival Time and stuff like that, there's, you know, Jamaica at that time was, I guess, coming out of the very political, heavy, rough times and getting into somewhat a smoother time.
Right.
You know, when those songs are coming out. But you still had the Bobs of the world coming out at that time doing what they do.
Yes,
what was the climate like musically in Jamaica for not just Chalice, but the whole environment musically, you know, when you were coming out with songs like Revival Time and everything like that?
Okay, well, Revival Time is a unique animal, right? But I give you a little preview into what happened. We actually, as I said, we got the band together from 79. But we actually went out as a unit in 1980, in April of 1980. In the 70s, it was tough. The music was rebellious.
Right.
It was Burning Spear, it was Bob, it was, you know.
Yeah, Peter.
And Peter and then
Yeah.
Bob and Peter split and Peter have his own thing going. And
Yeah.
so
Aggressive times.
It was aggressive times. And that was, of course, during the Michael Manley era.
Right.
And the era of democratic socialism, what you might call it.
Right.
The era when the exodus from Jamaica when all
The Windrush vibe.
Everybody leave and come Florida.
Yeah.
Including Pluto, who sing Armond, Barney and left the next
Yep.
day. Right?
Yep.
But when Seaga won the election in the 80, I don't remember what year, 80 or 82, the whole atmosphere changed. And as one critic say, it go from Bob Marley to Yellow Man.
Right.
I'm getting married in the morning.
Right. Mellowed out.
So the whole, it go from this gunfighting in the street to
Right.
back on the beach.
Yeah.
You know, kickback.
Right.
and-
Kickback vibes.
Right. So with us coming in the 80s now, we were kind of influenced a whole heap by the 70s vibe, but just getting into the 80s, into the more party vibe.
Right.
So if you look, the second song that hit for Chalice is a song called Good to Be There, right? And the one that followed that was a song called Dangerous Disturbances.
Right.
And those were kind of hits. And we never really hit big again until 87, 88, when here's how this song create. Well, I say it's a different animal. My bass player, Keith, had this unique bass line. Kidooby-dooby, kidooby-dooby. Up to now, not many bass players can play.
Can play that one.
Hearing it, what him play, right?
Yeah.
It's not that it's difficult to play, but it's just unique. And then, so him come to me with this bass line and him say, write a tune for this, this vibe. So I loved it and I sit down. But I wrote a tune about AIDS because AIDS was a big topic in the 80s.
Yeah.
And when I presented to Keith, he said, no.
Too
We
deep.
don't want that for this.
Yeah.
This is a happy thing.
Yeah.
So this is, this is a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
Say, all right, cool. Now I remember that song many years ago from back in Hells Angels days. I don't remember the American group who did it, but it was a tune named Testify. I just want to testify what your love has done for me.
Right.
And I always, that song keep coming up in my head. And I changed Testify to Sanctify.
Right.
Raise your hand if you want to be sanctified.
Right.
And then I said, all right, that came first.
Right.
And then the children run to the... And when I present that to Keith, man, him went hog wild, say, yes.
Went
that
nuts.
is it. Nuts. Man.
That song right there, I don't know anybody, young and old, and a testament to that was when you performed that at Rhythms of Africa in
Yes,
2020.
yeah.
I was there. My kid was there, who at the time was, 20 years old at the time. And I brought some folks into work, 7, 8, 9. And when I say I don't know, I'm saying to myself, these young kids cannot know this song, right? Come back about 10, 11, 12 years old.
Right.
But you were there, you remember. When I say that was, I think that was the moment of the entire show in terms of performances. When I looked around, because I was there, I had the setup, and I was trying to see the stage and video and stuff, and live streaming for radio and whatever the case may be. I don't know how long we performed that song for, but for the period of time that was performed, I couldn't see nothing. My cameras were getting bumped over, all kind of things are going over the thing, and I was like, I cannot believe right now, because it's not just the grown folks that were reacting to the song.
Right,
it's kids all the way up. I presume that's probably one of the songs over the years that yourself or Chalice can't go away and leave a stage without performing.
No.
Riot.
You have to.
Problems.
We have to. But about that same show, G. Cole, what surprised me was all those kids used to playing drums. When I came off the stage and the show was over, they all come to me and say, "Sir, that was very good. That was excellent." And I said, "What?"
That's a song you're feeling of.
Yeah.
It is, that's a national treasure of a song. If there's a list, because we do have our personal list, but if there's a list of songs, that song has got to be on there. And if you have your Zion playlist and say, something, Zion may going on, I don't know if you can carry too much through to me, I gotta pack that song in. And from the moment you sat down here, people been asking for the song. I'm a dep on the can. Hold on. Julian, here's the song. Tell mom she can dance now. Put the lighter. Let's go.
Children, children, run to the river. I want to born again, I want to feel brand new. And then one by one, make me jump in the water. Make me feel this your healing passing through. I'm gonna throw away my car and my jewelry. No video, no color TV. The only thing that can make me free is to praise the name of the Almighty. I said the whoa,
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival style.
I said the hey,
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival style.
Easy now, man, easy now. Walk on, Hugh. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. This is the one song that lasts 30 minutes. We gotta pull it up. Trust me, you might as well make a 20-minute extended mix of this, guy. Trust me. Kenny, what's up? Richard, you know what's poppin'.
children, children, run to the river. I want to born again, I want to feel brand new. And then one by one, make me jump in the water. Make me feel this your healing passing through. I'm gonna throw away my car and my jewelry. No video, no color TV. The only thing that can make me free is to praise the name of the Almighty. I said the whoa,
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival style.
I said the hey,
Hallelujah,
Yes, it's my tune.
revival style.
praise you and live you want to be sanctified.
Revival style.
Praise you and live you want to be sanctified.
Make me jump it in revival style.
The one him is a warden, two him is a priest, three him is a sinner with the mark and the beast, four him is a liar, five him is a doctor, six him is a prisoner, seven him is a thief. I said a
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival.
Wait, so Barry, you got this one.
yeah.
Wait, some Mom Dukes are dance poking at us. Oh my God.
Pass up, keep it little further.
No, sir.
Wash away this terrible pain.
All right, I heard you.
What?
It is what it is. Classic.
Children, children, run to the river.
I'm running out the lighter fluid, y'all.
I want to born again, I want to feel brand new. And then one by one, make me jump in the water. Make me feel this your healing passing through. I'm gonna throw away my car and my jewelry. No video, no color TV. The only thing that can make me free is to praise the name of the Almighty. I said the whoa,
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival style.
I said the hey,
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival style.
praise you and live you want to be sanctified.
In revival style.
Praise you and live you want to be sanctified.
Make me jump it in revival style.
The one him is a warden, two him is a priest, three him is a sinner with the mark and the beast, four him is a liar, five him is a doctor, six him is a prisoner, seven him is a thief. I said a whoa, easy.
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival
I
style.
said a yeah.
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival style.
The pass up, give me little burden.
What up, Lana?
Want to watch
Jay, what's up?
this terrible thing.
Where's that fire, Lawrence?
Well, if you hear this in a them party murder, oh Lord, I'm born again. I said I go to church and I dress up in a white. I'm gonna praise the Lord till I feel alright. Now stop chant and the soul is clean. Then I play till the bop and the tambourine. I said that,
Hallelujah, come make me jump it in revival style.
I said that, yeah.
Hallelujah, come make
Everybody, everyone, if you want to be sanctified.
Remind you them parties, not true.
Everyone, if you want to be sanctified.
Try this out in the church, you pass off a bus a blank to you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It goes anyway. Hey, Camille, you're never too late. Man.
One him is a warden, two him is a priest, three him is a sinner with the mark of the beast. Four him is a liar, five him is a doctor, six him is a prisoner, seven him is a thief. And me say, oh,
Let's start a new dance.
I say, yeah. Turn you on if you want to be sanctified. Turn you on if you want to be sanctified. I said that, praise you on, praise you on, praise you on, sister, praise you on, praise you on if you want to be sanctified. Sister Mary, Pastor Maria,
Hallelujah.
I said that, be alright, my soul is saved, wash away this terrible pain, be brand new, born again, let me live up over and over again. I said that, praise you on if you want to be
Win.
sanctified.
I wouldn't dare stop it. Yeah, this is the one you gotta let it say. Well, songs at 4 minutes and 4 seconds. You let it ride.
All right.
Because if you stop it at 4:01, some people they're gonna be upset.
Well, it's a long time I haven't heard the song play right through.
It's hard.
I mean, except when we're on stage, but that was fun.
It was.
That was fun.
It is that song. You know what I will say is this. I pay attention to songwriting a lot. And my favorite songwriter is Stevie Wonder. And the reason why is because his lyrics are so visual. And I attribute that to him being visually impaired.
Right.
You know, trying to paint that picture for us. But your songs, from the Chalice songs to the Wayne Armond songs, they're very visual. You know what I mean? When I listen to that, I can see, I am there.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Is that by design? Is that style of writing to make sure that, you know, everything is vivid, everything is visual? Is that by design?
No,
No?
no. It's just what come natural to me, what inspire me. It's not that I set out to write a song that you can automatically make a video for. You know, it's vibes and the grace of God. You know.
Right.
That's it.
It's very, man.
Peter Tosh used to say, you know, him just stick out his antenna and
Yeah. And pick up the signal.
the higher power send him a signal. You know.
Wow.
And it's true. The songs that you write that come to you like one time, to me, is probably the most meaningful songs. Like I Still Love You. And there's another song that is probably, to me, if you ask me, one of the best songs that I think I wrote. This would be one of them. It's called Heroes. And that's a song that I was coming back from tour, and I was on tour for like 3.5 months, and coming home and touching down over Norman Manley, and I'm looking out on Kingston, and the lights are just beautiful down there, and the whole city just light up.
Right.
And the thought that come to me is, I wonder how much people are getting robbed and raped and killed right now as I'm looking onto this beautiful city of Kingston that I miss so much. And then the first line that come to me was like, Kingston streets are so dear to me, but
Right.
cancer grows in our society. Poisoning the young ones' minds with chemicals and guns. Is this the way to raise your daughters or raise your sons? And that line come to me right away.
Right.
And I write it on a vomit bag.
Right.
I have a box
Right.
with about 40 vomit bags of strong ideas.
Wow. Those bags that they used to give you on the planes,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Wow.
Little
Wow.
bags and stick in the plate.
Yeah.
And you just write it. And then the next day I took it further, but by not including just Jamaica, but including USA, Britain, South Africa.
Right.
And to me, that was one of my better compositions.
Hero.
I'm really kind of proud of that one.
Wow.
I don't know if you can find it.
We find them all.
Wow.
This is not a fantasy, no. Kingston streets are so dear to me, yet the cancer grows in our society, and they're poisoning the young ones' minds with chemicals and guns. Tell me, is this the way to raise your daughters or to raise your sons? Where are the heroes of yesterday? If Marcus Garvey was in town, when all these things are going down, I'm sure that he would write a page or two and tell the children what to do. And he would say, fret not thyself of things to come, the pestilence and the new.
Awful. It's called Heroes, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chalice. Catch it as the album. Add it to your collection, alright? Mad.
Kingston streets are so dear to me, yet the cancer grows in our society, and they're poisoning the young ones' minds with chemicals and guns. Tell me, is this the way to raise your daughters or to raise your sons? Where are the heroes of yesterday? If Marcus Garvey was in town, when all these things are going down, I'm sure that he would write a page or two and tell the children what to do. And he would say, fret not thyself of things to come.
Hey, Suzette.
The pestilence and the nuclear bomb.
What go on, Rick?
The evil that men do will soon come to an end, and the pure in heart shall rise again. It's good to live in the land of the free. Just don't be poor or part of the minority. And Lady Liberty, have you ever heard the sound of your native sons when they spill their own blood on foreign ground? Where are the heroes of yesterday? Oh, where is Martin Luther King to make those bells of freedom ring? Then all this talk of war would cease, and I know the world would live in peace.
Chalice, ladies and gentlemen, it is called Heroes. This is one of those songs that takes me back to like artists like Marvin Gaye, who would give you a message in the music, message in the song, but the song is so sweet that is years after you realize, this ain't a love song though, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, conceived all kind of babies on the song, not realizing that, this is actually a message. That's a powerful one right there. Yeah. And another time when you find songs like these, what I love about it, it's a 5-minute song. and it's supposed to be. Songs like those need time to breathe and time to reach the masses. You know what I mean? Just in case they only hear it that one time, because you know how radio is. Right. So thanks, of course, for music like these. You know, Chalice. It's funny. When we say Chalice, the first thing comes to mind is revival. Right? And just the funky and the energy and the vibe and whatever the case may be. But if you go through the Chalice catalog, it's a lot of revolutionary stuff, a lot of message music, a lot of that in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, how important was message in the music to you as a songwriter?
It's like G. Cole is like say what touch you know what I mean? You don't set out to write something with a message in it. I set out to write, like the latest, It's Alright, set out to write that because I had people close to me that was going through some rough time. And I just wanted to give them some hope. But like Heroes, it just inspired because you're in a plane, I just said, you know, these things come to you and it touch your heart and you write about it.
Right.
But I don't really...
It's no preconceived, nothing.
No. I mean, look, as a songwriter, I can always write you a song. Give me a track, say write a song, I can always write you a song. I'm not going to guarantee that's a great song.
Right, but you're going to get something.
But I write you something. Because
that's what you do.
Quote songwriter, right? Yeah. But the ones that come to you, man, the songs that touch you in the dead of night.
Those are the ones.
Yeah, those are the ones that are inspiration from a relationship.
Right. Are the ones written on vomit bags?
Are the ones on vomit bags.
I can only imagine. When it comes to you, I know that feeling, you know what I mean? If something comes to you and you got to get up in the middle of the night, you got to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning because you don't want to forget this melody, you don't want to forget this lyric.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nowadays, it's much simpler. You have your phone, you have your recording machine, you just boom, boom, boom.
And go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Right. Back in the day, need some vomit bags.
Yeah. If you're on the plane. Which we used to be a lot.
A lot.
We used to be a lot.
How much do you miss those days?
I miss them, but I can't do them again. I can't do 3 months.
Too grueling.
Yeah, man. I mean, I always tell people that Buju Banton said the best for us. Him say, it's not a bed of rose. Many see the glamour and the glitter, and them think bed of rose, but who feels it knows.
Yeah.
I tell you, I mean, I remember the first tour of the United States. 13 of us in one room in a Motel 6 along some highway.
Wow.
Sleeping in bathtub, sleeping on tabletop, sleeping on sofa, sleeping on carpet.
Right.
Just to try and make the thing work.
Wow.
But here's a funny story. Very first tour of Europe. I remember this like it's yesterday. We were playing in a place, in a club that is probably maybe 4 times your studio, right? Small club.
Right.
Capacity 150 people. And the way the club set up, we had everybody on tour with us. I say all our lighting engineer, sound engineer, roadie.
Right.
The dressing room was right beside the stage. So we set up from in the day, sound check from in the day. And our audio engineer, had this introduction that we pre-taped. And it was just like a little overture thing, bam, 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 semi-classic thing.
Right.
And then we had a Jamaican narrator saying, the burning, blazing, chalice. And then up goes lights, bam, Desi roll, we into the first tune, right? So darkness in the club. We hear the people coming in. We hear everything. We hear the noise. Now, the guy who owned the club, he's going to introduce us. Now, everybody in the 1980s, as long as you play reggae, you're from Trenchtown, right? So the guy, we just come out on stage in the dark. Now, the guy comes out and he says, in German English, from Trenchtown, Jamaica, Chalice. Dark. Let's see. We hear the people. We hear the excitement. Feeling the vibe.
Right.
The overture play, and when the guy Chalice, bam, Desi roll, rap, lights go up.
Right.
The audience went silent because Chalice from Trenchtown, Jamaica. Not a natty dread in the group. 7 ballad. Right? 7 ballad on the stage.
The irony.
However,
Right.
when we look in the audience, we see 150 white Rasta in them
In the
khaki, button
yeah.
up, red, green,
Well
and
militant.
gold banner.
Right.
Selassie button shirt, red, green, and gold belt.
Cool, man.
Can you imagine the culture shock both of we get?
It's both of you.
Both of us. But
Right.
we get held over for 3 nights. And the line start go around the block.
Wow.
That they had to bring us back to Munich
Right.
1 month later to play in a 2,500-seater auditorium.
Wow. The impact was
Sell out.
that immense.
And what we were going like wildfire, because what happened was that when the journalists come to talk to us, they say, them can talk to us, we can...
You can communicate. Yeah.
Because one guy tell me, and I'm not going to call the name of it, it was the hottest group after Bob Marley.
Mm-hmm.
And same talk to the lead singer for 3 hours, and he couldn't write a column because if him say, so what is Rasta? Well, you don't know. Rasta birth and you have sight, and if you not sight, and if you not don't know, because Rasta does art, an article is just art. And that, you have to cite that, and you have to see that, and you don't know. And the guy don't know nothing.
As a journalist, how do you know? Go back and say, okay,
You see me?
how do I put this into words?
You see me? Even
Wow.
though Bob used to talk patois, Bob makes sense.
That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not even so much a patois as the...
It's just, if that was in plain English, it still would make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, they found that they could talk to us, and when them saying to us, how you 7 ball, are you Rasta? We were the first to tell them you don't have a dread to be Rasta.
Right. Wow.
We just never thought of making a song.
Right.
Kudos to Gramson and his brethren them.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's
Kudos
amazing.
to Morgan Heritage for sure.
That's amazing.
And we start to explain to them that reggae is Jamaican music, not Rasta music.
Right.
But it's the ideal vehicle for the Rasta message, the message of Rastafari, as Bob showed you. Because reggae was being played before Bob Marley.
Yeah.
I mean, when I said before Bob,
Right.
Bob was there from ska.
Right.
So he was there from reggae.
Right.
And he was doing him thing from, if you are a big tree, you are a small axe.
Yep.
So Bob Marley is a phenomenal. People don't know, People just...
I think we take it for granted.
People don't know this man.
Yeah. How far and how much he has
Man,
piled.
the man said one thing in a song, G. Cole, that
Yeah.
resonated to me with this day and showed me him life.
Yeah.
In a song called Misty Morning,
Yeah.
the man said, the power of philosophy flows through my head, light as a feather, heavy as lead. That means the things him utter.
Profound.
It come out light.
Yeah.
It's light.
Yeah.
It come out lightly, but the responsibility of the utterance
Heavy.
is heavy as lead.
Yeah.
You understand?
Bob.
Man said, not one of my seed shall sit in the sidewalk and beg
beg
bread.
bread.
You ever see a man who look
Nope.
like them suffer?
Nope.
Kudos to them for taking them thing to a higher height.
Right.
But other than that, him,
But that-
give them everything to arm themselves.
You literally, when somebody does that for you, you literally have to screw it up.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Wow. And we talk about the legend. Hey, Beverlyn, how you doing? Doing what they do. I'm visually putting myself there right about now when you say when the lights came up. But you mentioned the narrator, the blazing burning chalice.
Yeah.
I remember that vividly too because there was a show, I think it was a Sunsplash. That's the one. A lot of time when I go on YouTube and I pull up Chalice stuff, somebody, tall Jamaican guy, had introduced you the same way. I'm not sure if that's the vocals that you guys used for that, but that to me stands out with Chalice too, and that's a part of showmanship, and that's a part of the essence of music that we sometimes lack nowadays. When I go to other shows, I see a lot more put into the show, right? In adverse to just what's put into the music. Now, the music is powerful, and we have our artists go out there and they deliver powerful music. But sometimes I think they forget about the show. And that's one thing I could say, and I go back and I see it now on YouTube, is Chalice always put on a show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Talk to me a little bit about that showmanship. I know you say, Rupert was a showman? Robbie was a showman?
Yes, but it was well thought out. Anything we did was well thought out, you know, because we realized, as I say, we came into this thing late-ish stage. We were still young, 28, 29, but we had to make that impact. So we thought out these things of how we're going to put this song over. What can we do in this song to make it not just a song? Can we do a routine? And some of the things are accident. I remember one time we were playing a show in Europe, and Allah just get off the keyboard and start run around the stage like madman. And Robbie decided to follow him. And the next thing you know, we are all running around the stage like rat chasing. You understand? But it just electrified the audience.
Right.
And we said, we're keeping that. We are keeping that.
On the fly.
You know, on the fly, it just worked.
Wow.
It was sporadic, these things happen. And we keep that. Some songs we directly say, okay, we'll choreograph it this way. A stop, a motion. You know.
Yeah. And I hear it in some of the, even Revival, right? As that song, Revival Time. It's a popular song, it's a fun song.
Yeah.
But I think that song is also made by the intro. You know what I mean? The way it comes in, even though it's fun and the hook and it's catchy and whatever the case may be, that intro itself to me seems like, you know, there was nowhere to go after that, but where you went.
I have to credit Franklin Bobler Wall for that introduction.
Wow.
He's the one who just played it on the keyboard and we just say, yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, we got it now.
Yeah.
I always wonder with the great ones, when you go in the studio and you record a song, I know when it comes to creating hits, what a hit is technically, that's created by the people. It's created by how the music's consumed. Right. You know, there's formulas to that. A lot of it being investments and whatnot. But there are ways to create a hit. But in terms of the song, the recording, the writing, and stuff like that, when you go in the studio and you record something like a Revival Time, like you know what I mean, any one of the major hits that Chalice has had, did you know when you walked out of the studio that day that, yeah, we have some? No?
No clue.
Not at all. Even Revival Time?
Even Revival Time. We just knew it was a fun song.
Right.
But we didn't know it would have ever take Jamaica the way it did.
Right.
And other places.
Wow.
We never knew.
When did you realize that you had a monster?
When we did the video for it.
Wow.
When we did the video, we went up to, what's that river in St. Catherine? Very popular river. Can't remember the name. and we went up there to shoot the video. And the amount of people that came down.
For the shoot?
Wow. The people who live around the area. And they create the dance.
Oh, wow.
This is the beautiful thing about it.
Right.
They came down and they knew the song, and which was the first shock to me that they knew the song. Right. I mean, it got some plays on the radio and thing, but they knew and they created this dance.
Wow.
And by the Christmas of that year, my gosh, man, it was rocking every dance, every party, and everybody was whoop, 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 spinning, thunder roll and thing. I just,
right,
I couldn't.
magic.
I was humbled. I was really humbled by the success of that.
I love it. It's one of those songs that's embedded in the culture, the minds and the hearts and the souls of folks, from your grandma to your mom to your kids.
Granny to picnic.
Trust me. And again, when it comes to creating music and putting music out there, do you, having had the level of success that you've had, right? You've seen its ebbs and flows, you've seen the highs, you've seen the betweens and so forth, but you have done it on the largest of platforms.
Right.
Do you still have that zeal, that hunger, that feel, that thirst, that love for the music like you did back then?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
Wow.
Probably even more.
Wow. Right now?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But it transcends into a different. It's like, all right. Let's put it this way. I don't know if yes. I guess you're a married man. When you meet a woman first, and I'm just talking in my context, and you are in love, and it's so much that you're in lust, you're
Right.
in love, and you want to be with her, you want to be physical, you want
Right.
to boom, go out, beach, do boom, 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 and you can't do it without this woman, and it's this crush, and you get married, and you go through life, and you have kids,
Right.
and you go through life, 30 years pass, and
Right.
now you love this woman even more.
Yeah.
But because what you go through with her and what you see her go through with you,
Right. Right.
that's the same way relationship with the music.
Wow.
You have done it. I mean, when we were young and going out to tour, you can't wait to get on that plane. You can't wait to get on that stage. You want to see the audience. You want
Yep.
to rock them down.
Yep.
No, I can just walk out there, calm and cool, and deliver
Right. Right.
at my pace.
But the love is still there.
But the love is there. There's nothing as exhilarating as when you name call that Armond or Chalice,
Right.
and the audience greet you.
Right. Right. Right.
That's an exhilarating feeling,
Wow. Wow.
and I still get that rush.
Yeah.
You know?
It doesn't get old.
No, I don't get it.
I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wayne Armond of the band Chalice. And show is Saturday. And you're coming out there to rock the revival crowd again. Rock 'em, wake 'em up. And I'm going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what I'm going to implore you all to do. Once we get off of here, go to YouTube, right? Look for Homegrown with G. Cole. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because somebody's getting a pair of tickets today. All right? So subscribe to the channel. And under the video, just type in Wayne. I make it simple. Is that I'm not gonna tell yourself give me birthday and which hospital it was delivered in. None of that. Just type in Wayne, and somebody is getting a pair of tickets today. Now the latest album is out. It is called Wayne Armond Picks on Alton Ellis, and it's dope. We just heard I'm Still in Love, and it's safe to say it's a instrumental piece with some harmonies and some stuff on there.
It's all instrumental.
All straight instrumental.
And if you have even 30 seconds, play Back to Africa.
Back to Africa.
Yeah.
All right. We can't do anything on, anything at all. Anything at all. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get in, all right? Back to Africa is the name of this track, and the album is Fire.
Alton music just lend itself to these nice little melodies.
This right here sounds like something that should be performed at Rhythms of Africa.
Yeah.
It have the sound.
Yeah.
It had African sound in there, and it has that vibe. It has that energy. Let's large up some people because I'm going through this right here. So Melody Armond.
That's my daughter.
That's your daughter.
My one and only daughter.
One daughter.
3 sons, 1 daughter.
I got one daughter, and that's it. The son thing, I never make it. I never make it.
You're blessed.
Yeah. Can't complain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donald Waugh.
Basis extraordinaire.
Mad. I say Courtney Panton, and of course I say Herbert Harris. Yeah.
My brethren's from way back, you know.
I say legendary Dean Fraser.
Of course.
I say Jordan.
Listen, I need to say something about Dean Fraser because I need to take the opportunity when I get it to publicly acknowledge one of the greatest musician, humanitarian that Jamaica ever produced.
Yes.
Dean Fraser is a man amongst human beings, really, and an extraordinary musician.
Right.
So I just want take the time for anybody who don't know Dean, try to get to know him. Your life will be enriched.
You know, I hear we talk about the music of Dean all the time, and people, you know, lament on the music. But I will say this: your sentiments right here are sentiments that's shared publicly amongst all the people who I know who have come amongst Dean. So, and I will say similar sentiments levied toward yourself too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. The people them love Wayne Armond out here in these streets.
Oh my God.
Them love it.
I'm humbled. I tell you, you're going to make me leave this place feeling more special than I am.
You're good. Jordan
is my nephew and producer with Natural High Productions and has done great work. But he's also a musician, right? He produced Glory to God, Wayne Marshall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he produced
Hold on.
Black is Beautiful, Chronics.
You got to talk about Chimney?
Eh?
Jordan
Armond, no, not Chimney Records. This is Natural High Productions. Chimney
Them
Records.
produced the Wayne Marshall.
I play guitar on that track.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool, no man. So you locked in with the youth.
Black is Beautiful, Chronics, and him Grammy-winning award album.
Oh.
Just produced the opening track on Jesse Royal, Grammy-nominated.
Wow. I saw the thing said though.
So, yeah.
Jordan, we need you in the studio. We got to talk. Yeah. I love talking to the legends, but I love talking to the up and coming legends too. So we're gonna chop it up with Jordan.
Well, I'm gonna when he comes here, I don't want to be a downer. I don't want to put a down on this beautiful evening that we're sharing. But Jordan's dad is my brother, and he lost his leg to diabetes like 1 week ago, and is in recuperation. And Jordan has been a tower strength for him. Wow. So I know you have many listeners, so I'm just asking you because my brother is not out of the woods yet.
Right.
So just a quick prayer.
Yeah.
It works. I know prayer works.
It does.
So Chris Armond, my brother.
Wow.
God bless you, and I hope everything will be all right.
We will be praying.
Sorry to...
No, man, listen, that's what it's about, and it's life. Life, love, music. It goes up, it goes down.
We're human beings, you know?
Absolutely. Thoughts and prayers, of course, will continuously go out. Christopher McDonald.
Chris is an extraordinary keyboard player.
Right.
And has been working with... He works with many artists, but he has been working with Chalice now over the last 5 years.
Nice.
Extraordinary keyboard. And he'll be coming up to do a show with us next month, as a matter of fact.
Here in South Florida?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we got to come through and talk about that because we got to get the people out there to rock.
Yeah, man.
Of course, my guy, J-Vibe.
Yeah. Brilliant youngster.
Brilliant. And of course, another brilliant guy here is Leroy Romans.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. No wonder the thing. What can we expect? Richie Bar. man.
Richie Bar is my personal buddy, man. We spend years together working with Jimmy Cliff.
Wow.
Yeah, but I knew him from as a little boy in Ocherios when the bass was bigger than him.
Big up our Ochi crew, that's home. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Big up our Ochi crew.
Every time.
Which one of these songs we rolling out with?
Lord Deliver Us.
Lord Deliver Us?
Yeah.
All right. And I think it's very fitting.
All right.
It's Wayne Armond, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you come out to Rhythms of Africa on Saturday, the 30th. It's going to be a phenomenal show, a spectacular show, one like no other. Every year, it's a bigger, brighter show than the previous. And when I said kids, trust me, you're going to come out at something spectacular. It's Mr. Willie, something spectacular. All right? I'm going to be posting some stuff on my Instagram or my Facebook a little more. Trust me. And Thursday coming, we're going to be speaking with the lovely, the beautiful, talented Miss Camilla McDonald about Rhythms of Africa. Wayne, the people need to go get your music. This one is called Wayne Armond Picks on Alton Ellis. It's the latest album. Go and get it on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to music, it is there. Just go ahead and pick it up. And of course, as far as social media, how can they catch up with you?
Basically, I'm on Facebook.
Just Wayne Armond.
I'm on Insta. Yeah.
You kept it simple.
I'm on Instagram as Armond Wayne.
Wayne.
But I don't post often enough.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
But you're on Facebook. You're more active on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm more active on Facebook.
Cool beans. That's what it is. And ladies and gentlemen, when I say the music is proper, the music is proper. You've been hearing it. And again, come out to Rhythms of Africa on Saturday. Wayne is going to be there giving it a thing live.
And I'm so looking forward to seeing Sister Marcia Griffith.
Sister Marcia going to be in the building.
And Gramps.
Gramps.
I've nothing but respect for Gramps Morgan.
Dope.
Beautiful voice, man.
Very. The big voice.
Big voice, man.
Yeah, man. It's going to be phenomenal. And I know said we were going to catch up with Vinny and Mr. Willie today, but I got caught up. So I'm going to have to call him after that and tell him, boy, I didn't know anything set up. But,
Listen,
but it was fantastic.
It was such a beautiful evening, man. The time just fly.
It flew by. Thank you.
It was, why, you're a pro.
Give thanks.
You are a professional, man.
Give thanks.
I
And
really
one of these days, you got to bring a guitar. Because we have...
See a guitar.
One of these days. And we get him the acoustic series. We get him a couple tracks or whatever.
No problem.
I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me. Lord, deliver us. Big tune, big tune, big tune. Sounds lovely, but it feels good, not true? And there you have it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Mr. Wayne Armond in the building. Make sure you come out to Rhythms of Africa on Saturday. Make sure you pick out the brand spanking new album. Wayne Armond Picks on Alton Ellis. You're hearing it right about now. Beautiful, isn't it? We gotta go though. And there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. Remember, the podcast Homegrown G Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're there. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out homegrownwithgcole.com to see all things homegrown. And remember, this interview is available on YouTube so you can watch live. Be safe, be kind, be good to each other. My name is G Cole, and this is Homegrown.
Nakikinika sa música, Homegrown with G Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G Cole.
Remember, all the music played here on the podcast Homegrown with G Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, and all your digital retailers. Please support the artist.